Seems fairly quiet here so far, Talfig. You're not misleading me, are you?
I swear, what I told you is true. I see no need for this distrust between us.
Showing me a spooky castle proves nothing, Talfig. Get us inside without drawing attention. Then I'll decide how to feel about you.
Then maybe we could move faster? Hmm? I'd like to get in before the fiends see us. Did Gwendis bring in reinforcements without telling me? I've told the young one time and again, her suspicion is unnecessary. I swear I only wish to help. Maybe you can talk some sense into her.
What are the odds? Here I am about to sneak into yet another mysterious castle filled with vampiric threats, and then you trot up. Is hanging around ancient architecture just your idea of a good time? Though, to be honest, it's good to see you. After you revealed the Grey Host's plan in Western Skyrim, I went to Solitude to look into their activities. One day this worm Talfig approaches me, insists that an old vampire named Lady Thorn is building an army for the Host. Obviously I want to poke around inside and see if Talfig is telling the truth. Usually I'd sneak my way past the patrols, but I don't trust that he would keep up with me. Hey, I have an idea. Interested in breaking down the front door? Talfig claims there's a secret door that he and I can use to slip in, but Lady Thorn's creatures heavily patrol the area around it. If you fight your way past the front gate, the racket should draw them away. This is going to be fun. Recent events keep the entirety of House Ravenwatch on high alert. I came north to help my siblings with those terrible storms. We train to handle our kin who get out of control, but the scale of this is so large, I can barely grasp it. Lady Thorn is one of those vampires that we never really need to worry about. Her clan keeps to themselves and rarely disturbs the regular folk nearby. That sense of privacy means we don't know too much about her, unfortunately. Only fragments. We know Lady Thorn is old, really old. Records show she's a high elf who first drew attention in the late First Era. That's when she kicked a local jarl out of this castle and moved her clan in. But really, that's all I know.
So, the Ravenwatch youngling recruited others to break into this Fortress of the Dead. Not really what I expected, but welcome nonetheless. We'll need the diversion if she and I are to sneak in. Yes, and I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to return. The experiments they performed on me and others like me were unspeakable. I did just say they were unspeakable, yes? Apologies. It's just so hard to think back on. They kept us in cages, barely fed us. Mindless fiends would stagger by our cells, growling. A strange creature would come by and whisper an unnatural language. Never in all my existence have I seen anything like it. Once, it held out its palms toward me and began whispering. A wisp of magic emerged and entered my chest. I could feel it inside me, writhing. I think it was testing my soul. They hold the prisoners underground, deep below the castle. She needs to see what Lady Thorn's creatures have done to them. Only then will Gwendis understand the extent of what must be done.
All right, that should draw the patrols. Now show me the secret door.
Save a few
Yes,
for the
this
cages.
way, and step quietly. The stones have ears.
You were not invited!
uninvited guests in my home. Please forgive my hospitality. I have not entertained in centuries.
A meal for the pets.
Our Lady feast. I thought I heard a bit of a scuffle up here.
Honestly, I'm surprised to see you again. I thought the guard dog would make short work.
You should be pleased. No need to fear with us around. Nicely done diverting the castle's patrols towards the front hall. We didn't encounter any trouble slipping in the side entrance. Which is likely for the best. My confidence that Talfig will betray us grows stronger by the second. We sure did. Basement prisons, just as Talfig claimed. Recently used and in horrifying conditions. Blood and bones everywhere. I think I saw a dismembered leg. Worryingly, I didn't see any actual prisoners. Extremely similar. Well, I suppose most prisons look the same. But you're right. These felt more like livestock pens, just like those in the keep. We need to find out what Lady Thorn did with those prisoners, and what she offers the Ashen Lord.
I admit, I underestimated you. Once we heard the fighting begin, I assumed your distraction would be short-lived. The mindless creatures that crawl around this castle aren't known for toying with their prey, Thankfully, you survived. What more is there to know than what you've already seen? The fiends are vicious, brutal creations of Lady Thorn's. I recognize some of them as fellow prisoners. She twists them, removes their souls somehow. Quite remarkable, really. I mean, if I wanted to build an army, having mindless hordes at the front lines would be an asset, yes? And if I could convert them from my opponent's forces, even better, I mean, that is, if I wanted to do that.
Nicely done diverting the...
Well done, Talfig. You brought me a daughter of Verandis as requested. She will complement our Lord's army well.
What is this? Damn it, Talfig! What have you done?
Your blood flows strong, Gwendis. My lady has need of you, but she has no use for the others.
No! You won't get away so easily! You can handle this. I refuse to let him win. Got away. He moved so fast. Just caught me by surprise. I knew that snake was lying, but I just wanted to see what he planned. What this was all about. I never expected he would catch me so unaware. He hits harder than a giant. Cracked my ribs, probably. I don't understand how he's so powerful. Oh yeah, couldn't you tell? I marked him as full of deer dung from the moment he approached me in solitude. But why all the deception? Yeah, that's a little disconcerting. Usually evil vampires don't want House Ravenwatch anywhere near their business. If she thinks I'll join this army of hers, she's gone mad from isolation. Well, I'm going to rest here until my bones fuse back together. Shouldn't take but a few moments. In the meantime, go ahead and clear the way. See what you can learn about Lady Thorn's army, and hopefully, where we can find her.
more training. Light it!
New subjects!
Move to flank!
We shall make you into a fiend!
Burn!
Such power. Perhaps I should not let my pets tear you limb from limb. Vardaroth can take your soul instead.
What vile evil is this? I think I know where to find Lady Thorn. Push onto the cathedral while I search for clues here. By all the gods, what kind of monster does this? Siphoning the very energies from living beings to reanimate vampires. They're just husks controlled by spirits. I can see the vicious logic. Mindless fighters ready to serve like a blood fiend. But mimicking all the powers of a vampire, they'd be unstoppable. It seems you ended her source of these creatures. Whatever that was, you sent it back to oblivion. I want to destroy anything that could be used to bring another one of those creatures back to our world. Something like this must never happen again.
Someone's here. Time for fun. From the sides!
You cannot interrupt Vadorath's harvest!
dare you reject Lady Thorn's offer? Look, tremble before the power you might have wielded.
Well, this explains some things. What have you become, Talfig? There's no running away this time, monster!
Rise and feast! The power of my blood brings you life!
I'll hold him as long as I can!
Come to me! Shatter these fools! Ashes! Silently no longer. Take flight and attack! You will become ashes. You will become ashes.
Glad to be rid of that worm. He deserved worse. The cathedral isn't too far ahead. Lady Thorn should be inside. I've never claimed to be above revenge. In fact, I kind of enjoy it. In moderation, obviously. Can't get too carried away. Anyway, I'm glad Talfig's dead. A Blood Knight, vampires of ignoble lineage who have absorbed the power of several other kin. Considered quite rude behavior among vampires, honestly. Strange. Usually they... Oh no. According to the stories, Blood Knights operate in service to vampire lords. But that doesn't make sense. Lady Thorn can't be. Ravenwatch would know. We need to tread extremely carefully going forward.
Run away if you wish to live.
These souls are weak.
Circle around.
Now I can try my new spells.
Torch it!
You found what remains of the prisoners. Such brutality. Wait, look at all these documents. There's information here about Lady Thorn and the Grey Host. I need to study this. These documents are a treasure trove, papers that go back into the First Era, all of them detailing parts of the Grey Host's history. Lady Thorn's connection to the Host are deeper than I realized. From what I can tell, Lady Thorn used to be Lady Ingrian of Clan Doreni. I wonder why she changed her name. And this is interesting. A letter expressing gratitude for providing shelter in our darkest hour. I don't know yet, but it's imperative I figure it out. The safety of Tamriel could rely on it. Look, Lady Thorn is a threat, and I've seen you fight. No matter what she throws at you, I know you can handle it. You must take her down. I need to collect as much of these documents as I can before something happens to them. There's someone I know that could make good use of the information here. I'll join you as soon as I can.
Absolute gall! Little people coming into my home and destroying my creations!
You will pay. The feast begins! Make me work for it. The blood becomes even sweeter. Enough playtime. I thirst for blood. Embrace the pain! You cannot run. Don't look so worn out. I'm just getting started. Let me taste. Now witness the fury of blood. Become the feast. Into my domain. What inferior taste! This blood is weak. I hunger for more. Let loose your blood. There is no escape. Suffer. Delicious! Every scratch, every cut, the power in your veins fills the air. This meal will be the finest in years. Release the power within your blood. Let the feast begin! Come to me, morsel. Accept my embrace. The taste of rodents! Let me feast on your terror! Don't feed me this trash! Feed me this trash! Let me feast on your terror! Come, let me drink your strength. My lord will hear of this.
It's over. The ancient clan of Lady Thorn is no more. Good riddance. I need to speak with you about what I found in those documents. An undead army shattered, an evil vampire lord destroyed, and a monstrous I don't know what banished back to oblivion. You do incredible work. Seriously, I don't know what might have happened if you weren't here. Thanks. My next step is contacting House Ravenwatch to tell them what we found. Lady Thorn's connection to the Grey Host needs deeper investigation. Before I go, I'd like you to take this. Without you, I might be up on one of those hooks. Thanks. The documents we found describe Lady Thorn's plan in significant detail. An army of darkness joining forces with the Grey Host. If we hadn't come along, she'd be unstoppable. Good thing Talfig didn't count on you showing up. She wanted to find a way to mass-produce those revived vampire soldiers we saw. Imagine the strength of an army filled with thousands of those creatures. Or possibly even Blood Knights. Ugh. Thousands of Talfigs. Send me on another mission, most likely. They know I get restless if I'm not risking my life for some reason or another. At the moment, they're trying to track down the lair of some crazy alchemist. Maybe I'll try to find that.